Okay, so it takes up that corner of this section of this building here, which has the Gerard, City Fitness, Roost, all up in the house, and a restaurant. But this restaurant closed where this awning is, you know, looks like an Italian house awning, you know, with the stripes. It was like Mulherrins, M-U-L-H-E-R-I-N-S, but they closed right after Gene Hackman passed away. I thought it was interesting because for the press conference for Gene Hackman, they had the same cursive as Mulherrins. The Mulherrins sign and even the ads that they had down there was like a gold cursive. And the press conference in New Mexico for Gene Hackman and his wife, I was like, that looks just like Mulherrins. And boom, Mulherrins closed. And it didn't really do any business. I'm not even aware, like, were they even open? It's a weird thing where I don't even know if they opened that much. So there's a big question about Mulherrins. New Mexico. New Mexico had another issue. I think they had a mass shooting out there. Something weird happened in New Mexico recently. Like 17 shot, 3 dead or something like that. Is that the New Mexico story? There's so many stories, it's like I can't keep up, you know, who's doing what. And there was a Houston bar shooting, and so jitters have subsided a little, but it's still there. There's high energy or nervous energy in the air. So I'm not sure, but walking it off can sometimes, in an odd way, and I'd rather have a secure position where I can show my talents, but in an odd way, well, dog walking contributed to both. I was kind of stuck in dog walking. I couldn't figure out how to get out. I applied to several jobs while dog walking and being terrorized from 2011 on. But dog walking could, you know, it's energetic in a way. It keeps you healthy by constantly walking, you know. So your blood circulation is constantly moving. You're not sitting at a desk, you know. On the flip side, you're out on the streets and can be stimulated by all the stuff that's going on the streets. And to add to that, because I have such a bizarre experience, if I were to work in, say, a 9-to-5 office space, I have had at least 3 employers where there's really bizarre activity, and that could be very unhealthy and can cause high anxiety, or like cause people to flip out because you're provoked so much by people with attitudes who don't deserve, you know, they're like self-entitled, you're like, that's weird, they actually think they're the boss, you know. And that can really injure someone. So there's a big splash puddle there. Splash puddles on sandstone, so you have to kind of walk up against the wall. So tight road, and then people come, you know, barreling through, and then all of a sudden you're Carrie on Sex and the City, where it's you know, and her dress, she gets all splashed by a bus, you know. So that's not too bad. I had to, you know, years of walking the streets and realizing, oh, I need to, every time it rains, I have to watch out for passers-by who do or don't, you know, want to splash people. I mean, some people might do it on purpose. Other people aren't paying attention. They just like hurry up and do it. But it can get in the weird realm where, you know, it's like, let me just get past this. You know?
It just might take a little bit longer.
So one of the scare tactics that was put through, you know, in 2011 and beyond, and you know, all kinds of things can come up, nuance and innuendo, and you can start to wonder, like they try to make people paranoid. It is like enemy of the state, and they will. There are people who can put thoughts through. I'm sorry to say, this is very disturbing to many people, but they can make you feel like, you know, they're going to turn you into a terrorist. They're going to turn you into a pedophile, or not even, like it could be like they will threaten you with looking like one, and the Illuminati just, they need a case and they need a female to be at the center of the case, so they'll just create a scenario and just make you look like something that you're totally not. So they'll leave little girl barrettes in front of your door. Meanwhile, you're an actual person who had to escape predatory men your whole life, and you're like, how do I find healthy people, you know? And how do I stay away from those who create trauma bonds? A lot of men know how to do this. So that's how some, you know, a lot of people have wives and kids because of this. It's hard to explain, but it's like you're threatened with everything on, you know, in the book. And it's like, I was even afraid to use my green juicer. So it's like, I don't want to look like a green eco-terrorist who is vegan, because it's like, do the people who are considered, say I was enemy of the state, and the State Department people, they see, oh my god, she's green juicing, she's a green terrorist. So even that came through. A million things came through. And it's like every day you're bombarded with physical and invisible innuendo, nuance, harassment that feeds into a theme every minute of every day. And you're like, oh my god,